What's up, Jabroni here? Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we're hopping into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Hopefully you checked out the first movie. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction to the first movie. As you guys know me, I keep it as real as I can, but I also try to remember the time period and everything like that. But nonetheless, spoiler alert, I actually liked the first movie and I gave it an 8. I thought it set up characters very well. I thought it introduced us to the world really well. There were a lot of things I really liked. The main thing I did not like in the movie really all that much was how rushed it felt, which I guess it made sense because the book is super thick and the movie was only about 2 hours and a couple minutes long. So I'm guessing they had to rush through a lot of the things that were happening. But nonetheless, thumbs up. Really like the first movie. Now, Chamber of Secrets, it's the one with the snake because the thumbnail thing I clicked had a snake on it. So that's a thing. There's a snake somewhere. Guess we're going to go find that. I'm guessing maybe it'll be in the woods or something. Well, so it's called Chamber. It makes me think it's inside the school then. It's Chamber of Secrets. So yeah, we're gonna hop in here. Patreon, like I said, for the full reaction, uncut, unedited. You can get the movies extra early over there. At the point of recording this one, the first movie isn't even on YouTube yet, so that's something. You could go watch it over there if you want. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I have much else to say. Yeah, I mean, let's just hop in here, have a good time, get ready. Hopefully you guys are prepared. Have a good old time in this Harry Potter. Is it called Potterverse? What's the Potter universe called? It's not called Harryverse. That'd be weird. Potterverse? I don't know. Let's hop in here and let's have a good time. Like, comment, subscribe. Pretty much here we go.
Who are you? Dobby, sir.
Bobby.
Dobby the house elf. Stop. Dobby.
Oh, what
Dobby,
the hell?
Dobby, please stop. You mustn't be angry with Dobby. Dobby hoped if Harry Potter thought his friends had forgotten him,
What the hell?
Harry Potter might not want to go back to school,
He's
sir.
just stealing his letters. Hey, it's Ron and the Weasleys.
Hiya, Harry. I'm
Oh my god.
Hello.
What the hell?
What did I do?
Ginny, she's been talking about your summer.
Diagon Alley!
See? It's quite easy, dear. Don't be
Man, he looked like he died.
Diagonally.
Wait, what? He didn't say Diagon Alley. He said Diagonally.
Hagrid.
What do you
Hagrid,
think you're doing down here? Come on.
you just hang out down here? What the hell with the shady folk?
And I thought your family could sink no lower.
What the hell? What happened here? But I might have asked this last movie. Do regular people not see this happening? Oh no, they do. Never mind.
Hold on.
It's behind us.
I don't know.
Oh my god, the tree's alive.
Ronald Weasley!
Oh, it's...
How dare you steal that car?
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in.
Ooh.
They got in on pure talent.
You filthy little mudblood.
Was that a bad word? Ooh.
You'll pay for that one, Malfoy. Eat slugs!
That is nasty.
Can you turn it around, Harry?
More to the point, they've yet to think of a spell that our Hermione can do. Come here.
You're better than all of them anyway. You're better than Harry too, honestly.
Enemies of the air, beware.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Why?
Father cannot say.
What does that mean?
It's him that's done it. You saw what he wrote on the wall.
It's not true, sir, I swear. I never touched Mrs. Norris.
Why are we
Rubbish.
jumping to me?
In other words, purebloods. Unable to sway the others?
Why is that even a school, a group that we have at the school then?
Now, according to legend,
Well, how long will it take to make?
A month.
What the f...
History is to repeat itself.
Repeat itself. You mean this has happened before?
I shouldn't have said that. Oh,
Oh my God.
Dobby!
At Minerva, the Chamber of Secrets has indeed been opened again.
If it's not Draco, it's gotta be his dad, right?
Again? You mean the Chamber of Secrets has been opened before?
Of course.
No. No one ever comes in here.
Why?
Why?
Moaning Myrtle.
Who?
Moaning Myrtle.
Oh, a ghost.
Who's Moaning Myrtle?
What's wrong?
Moaning Myrtle.
Oh.
Inverte status!
You cheating fuck.
Rictus Emperor!
Nice. Ooh, right on your ass.
What's bad? If I hadn't told that snake not to attack Justin...
Oh, that's what you said to it.
You were there. You heard me.
I heard you speaking parcel tongue. Snake language?
And a student. Who's that? Oh no, the one kid that you were fucking with, or that they think you were messing with.
Something you wish to tell me?
Mm-hmm. No, the voices.
No, sir.
The voices.
Do you remember me telling you that the Apologies potion was only for human transformations? It was cat hair I plucked off Millicent Bulstrode's robes.
You turned into a cat.
Look at my face. It's funny to throw a book at me.
But it can't hurt if someone throws something at you. I mean, it'll just go right through you.
Sure! Let's all throw books at Myrtle because she can't feel it. 10 points if you get it through her.
I can't let you go. They'll have your wand for this, Hagrid. You'll be expelled.
Hagrid!
So the thing killing is a spider?
It was Hagrid. This could be a wee bit of a shock.
Hermione was attacked.
Along with this. Does it mean anything to either of you?
Follow the spiders.
That's a lot of
Dark Forest. Wait, spiders?
Hey!
Follow the butterflies.
Oh my God! He's like, what I'm saying, dude. I hate. And are these things all of its babies?
Who is it?
It's talking.
Hagrid.
What?
They're fucking everywhere, man.
Can we panic now?
What? Hagrid didn't warn us of this possibility?
Now! Come on! Come on, move faster!
What if it kills by looking people in the eye? Why is it no one's dead?
That's why Hermione had the mirror.
Who is it that the monster's taken, Minerva? Ginny Weasley?
Oh shit! Wait, what? But she's not a. Wait, but she's not a she's not a Muggle.
Have gone blabbing, and I'd never have sold another book. In fact,
Oh,
I'm
you gonna try to do it to us?
going to have to do the same to you.
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
If you die down there, you're welcome to share my toilet.
Thanks, Myrtle.
She won't wake.
Hey, wait. That's the one guy. Tom guy. The hell, you not dead? You been down here the whole time?
Tom Riddle. What do you mean she won't wake?
No, she couldn't. She wouldn't.
It was Ginny who set the basilisk on the mudbloods and Filch's cat. Ginny who wrote the threatening messages on the walls. Not that she knew what she was doing. She was, shall we say, in a kind of trance. And she tried to dispose of it in the girls' bathroom. And then, who should find it but you?
Does that spell Voldemort?
So this is what Dumbledore sends his great defender. A songbird and an old hat.
Wait, take off your glasses. You can't see.
Yes, Potter. The process is nearly complete. In a few minutes, Ginny Weasley will be dead, and I will cease to be a memory. Especially in the hands of a silly little girl.
What happens if we rip that book apart? Yeah. You're in the book, right?
Stop.
The book is you.
No!
Oh, shit.
Come, Dobby.
Open it.
Dobby?
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What?
Oh, shit.
Master
Which
has
means he's
presented
free.
Dobby with clothes.
Bobby is strong. Come on, man. Hugs are cool. We saved each other. Really? All right. Well, that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. That was a really, really good movie. I think for me, it was better than the first one. I thought, but it was better than the first film. I don't know how much better, but I think it was better. I think the ending, the ending scenario, the final third act, when everything was going down against the snake and everything, that was better than the previous movie. I have several questions, but I thought the special effects held up. I thought the character growth was awesome. I liked the introduction of Riddle. I thought he was interesting. I thought we would have got more of him, but we didn't get that much. Yeah, for the most part, I thought it worked. Harry, I mean, there were a few things that I was kind of like, all right, like the car saving them from the spiders, random. The bird knowing Harry was in trouble, coming to save him. I'd probably give the movie an 8. A slightly higher 8 than the previous one. So I'd say the other one's an 8, and then this one's closer to an 8.5 if I were to do 0.5s here. I just thought it worked. I loved like that Hermione was kind of put in danger because it kind of like raised the stakes. Like, of course, you know that Hermione makes it far into these movies, so I at no point was like, oh, Hermione's gonna die. The introduction of that ghost Myrtle was interesting. I like the way that the villain wasn't even ultimately the villain, right? Who wasn't even ultimately the person that started it all, right? Because it was Tom Riddle was the bad guy, right? But it was he was trying to bring back Voldemort, but then he said he is Voldemort, so that was very weird. I got confused at that point. I was like, "Is the Tom Riddle is Voldemort?" And I like that. The hell is this guy's? What's something with an L? What's this guy's name? I'm popping up here. What the hell? What's your name, brother? Lucius. So Lucius putting the book in Jenny's thing, knowing that the book would call to her and then she would not have the willpower or anything to essentially not be like to resist it. It's actually interesting. And for the most of the movie, I was like, it's him, right? It makes it so obvious that it's him. But I thought he was the heir to the thing, but it wasn't him. And then it not being Malfoy. Okay, it was interesting. I liked a lot of the choices that were made. I thought, like I said, the acting was good, the story was solid, and the special effects all held up. The movies I feel are gonna always do the kind of rushing through the school year, because It's what we have to do. I'm surprised they've never tried to make a Harry Potter TV show, like a Netflix series or something. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that shit would like. I feel like that would sell like crazy. Like people would love that. Other than that, let me see. I'll go through here real quick before I break down. But I'm trying to see if anything happens. Yeah, the card thing was interesting. Other than that, it was a lot of character stuff. Some odd choices here. Like ultimately, Draco, that's his name, right? Malfoy, the son. He's like his family's racist as hell. They're racist against Muggles, against regular humans, because like, like he essentially used a race word to mean that they're dirty, the dirty Muggles, whatever. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, but let's break it down. We'll break down the movie. We'll kind of go through it here as best as we can. I don't want to go over 3 hours, but we'll see what we could do here. So we start off. Harry's still back. Well, he's back in the school or in his house. He left school, of course. Life still sucks. His uncle and aunt and cousins still suck. They're awful people. We get introduced to Dobby, right? That's the name. I don't know why this thing doesn't change. Oh, that's kind of Brana. That's why I know you. We get introduced to this house elf who is here to warn Harry not to go back to school. So he must have overheard the plan from his master about what was going to happen, and he didn't want Harry to get hurt because Harry is like this hero. But Dobby's kind of like all kinds of broken because he's like, tortured every day. So, he doesn't know when he feels like he needs to be punished, he punishes himself right in the moment. He's kind of like trying to get Harry in trouble so that he can't go to the school. They do this cake thing, which is actually pretty funny. And then out of nowhere, I don't know how Ron and them knew, but they knew that Harry was in trouble. And they came and they got the car and they broke out the windows and we flew back. Which I always find interesting. I was like, I always kept questioning, like, do Muggles not know about the magic? And they're not supposed to. Mom yells at them. Dad is fascinated by Muggles. I guess I'm gonna say like the dad's kind of like a teacher of some kind. Let's see. We got our school letters. We find out that it's gonna be an expensive thing we have to do, and we're gonna teleport through fireplace. Odd choice, but we are gonna do that. Harry says the wrong thing, ends up somewhere else. Gets rescued by Hagrid. Hagrid was hanging out in the shady area looking for something. We run into Hermione. We go and we meet Kenneth Branagh here, who is I guess like a famous explorer wizard, right? Like he's somebody who has done all these amazing, crazy things. And we find out later that he ends up in school. We then see Malfoy, who's just a jackass for no reason, just a jackass. I mean, the reason is your father sucks, but he doesn't like that Harry's getting all this attention. Then his father walks in, as evil can be, named Lucius, and he's talking shit about the Weasleys and how poor they are. And but when he does this, oh man, I wonder if you can notice when he does that thing with the book. He grabs the books and he put them back. Let me see. I wonder if you can notice that this is when he puts it in there. That'd be crazy. If it was like that,
Miss Granger,
that early on, we can kind of see.
Yes, Draco's told me all about it. You must be at the Weasleys.
He must have just slipped. I don't know. That's cool. So we gotta do the train thing. It gets blocked off. We find out later on it was Dobby who didn't want him to go. So I was asking during the reaction. I was like, why did the parents go this time? And I forgot. Or she's a freshman now, which I think you guys told me that it's 7th grade, right? Right. So it's 7th grade, 8th grade, right? I'm guessing that's the thing. So I'm guessing she's going to the school, and so Ron and Harry and Hermione are only 1 year older than her. Damn, she looks young. I thought this girl was like 10. Then again, Harry and them are supposed to be like 12. I guess that makes sense. So yeah, all right, all right. So we missed the train, so we got to figure out how to get to the train. So we take the car, we turn it into invisible, but we do it a bit late. People see the car. And then we just fly to the school. We end up at the tree, and we hit the tree, and the tree gets pissed off and tries to kill us, which is weird. Then we're running through here. The one guy, the groundskeeper guy, I don't know what he, like the janitor, I don't know what this guy, the one guy is, but he brings us to Snape, right? That's his name, right? Snape. So many people. Many people. He's yelling at us because, you know, if it was up to me, you'd be suspended. In walk in the head of Gryffindor, which is one lady. I'm actually gonna bring up the cast here on my phone because what's her name? Professor Morganaville, whatever. Is that her name? Insane. He is supposed to just be able to. Oh, there we go. Professor McGonagall. There we go. So, she doesn't punish them or anything. I guess they got to do like detention or something. We get this class. We didn't get that many classes this episode. Not really that many classes. We just got this plant class. We got introduced to some weird ass plant monster thingy. I thought this was awesome when he got his little letter from mom, and it's just him getting yelled at because he messed up the car or whatever, took the car. Then we get the professor here, teacher guy. Name is whatever this guy is. Guy played by Kenneth Branagh. His teaching methods are really suspect, and we find out later we know why he ends up not being who he says he is. We find out that now Malfoy is part of Gryffindor or the Quidditch team of Slytherin. We then get Ron trying to do a spell, and it's just this nasty thing of making Malfoy cough up slugs, but it backfires because his wand is broken, and it's just all kinds of nasty. Then we get the beginning of everything. Harry's hearing noises. He's hearing somebody talk to him. We then get blood written on the walls where somebody has murdered my man here is Cat, my man whose name is Argus Filch. His cat was murdered. Then let's see. For the most part, they turn and say that it was Harry because he was there first or whatever. It was like some weird scenario. We're like, wait, what? We found it, yeah. So therefore, we are the people that did it. We then get the backstory of the Chamber of Secrets. Does it exist? All this stuff. Pretty much, he says yes. We then hop over to the game of Quidditch, where nobody finds it weird that this ball is trying to kill Harry. I don't like Quidditch. I think Quidditch is a bad game, just based on the rules of a sport. I don't think it's a good game. The breaking of the arm thing was crazy. Really good effect. Then Hermione figures out that we can do this spell to make us look like somebody from Malfoy's crew, right? Because when Morgana or whatever, her name, McGonagall was telling the students about the thing. She was talking about the heir to the Slytherin and talking about that the Slytherin house was all about pure bread, like pure blood and all that, which is a weird thing to be like, we're going to have every house and we're going to include the racists. We're going to include his house in here as well. Very odd choice. But we find out that, that's a thing. They assume it's Malfoy, but we got to get him to confess, so we have to pretend to be the other kids. There's this weird dueling thing here where they have the kids duel. They have Harry and Malfoy duel. Malfoy turns the thing into a snake. Then Harry talks to the snake. And Harry was like, it felt like he was in a trance. And it looked bad. It looked like Harry was the person trying to have the snake kill the kid or whatever, so bite the kid. Harry's then leaving because nobody wants to talk to him. He runs into the ghost and one of the kid, literally the kid that Harry was like trying to save, but it looked like he was trying to kill him. He gets in trouble, gets sent up to Dumbledore. Hagrid comes in. He then fast forward to school. Talks about the Phoenix, which is a cool creature. that when it burns, it's reborn. Awesome shit, right? Which explains, that's Jean Grey stuff. So we do the thing. Hermione's gonna take a bit of the potion. Everybody's taking a bit of the potion. We turn into these guys. We talk to Malfoy. So a bit of comedy happens here. Turns out he wasn't the bad guy, or he's not the person that's the heir. Hermione says that she can't come out. We find out later why. Oh, she turned herself into a cat. We then see Myrtle blood the bathroom. We find a journal. Somebody threw the book at her. That would have been Jenny that threw the book when she threw it in the toilet. Makes sense. And we talk to the book, and then the book shows us this flashback of Tom Riddle, who is this like person who appeared to be good and turned out that he was not good. He was bad. Let's see. Other than that, here, Hagrid gets blamed because of the spider situation. We then find out that Hermione has been frozen, or whatever they called it, petrified. We then have to go to Hagrid to talk to him and be like, hey man, did you open the Chamber of Secrets? Essentially, we want to ask him. Before we can do that, Dumbledore walks in with some guy who's, I guess, part of like the school council or something, and then in walks in Lucius, who also brings paper saying that Dumbledore is no longer the head of the school. Hagrid's being arrested. Dumbledore is kicked out, but Hagrid, knowing that they're in here, and Dumbledore sensing that they're in here, says, "Follow the spiders," which is, okay. I wouldn't do it. We would have lost. We would have been over. Hermione would have died, or Jenny would have died. We then follow the spiders, and we find a talking spider who's from another world, and it tells us that it wasn't the monster, that Hagrid was actually innocent, is good, and all this other stuff. And then he says, "But I can't control my babies." And we get chased by a bunch of spiders. This is the part where I was kind of like, the car saves us. Kind of like one of those, I forgot what the saying is, but when we're about to die and then we get saved by something by some random thing at the last second. It was kind of like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, we find the paper in Hermione's hand when we get back after the car saves us. That scene was actually done really well with the spiders and everything. I thought it actually worked. We then find the paper. The paper said, what did it say? It said something about the chamber, but I forgot what else it said. We then, when we're leaving, we hear the school talking about we have to close. Things are bad. We find out Jenny has been taken. We go to tell the guy that's going to save the day, this jackass, which I can't find his name here. Good, his name was here, and now I can't see it. Kenneth Branagh. Where are you? What a horrible layout this is when it doesn't work. Oh, here he goes. So now it shows it when it wants to. So Lockhart here, he's supposedly the hero, the adventurer, the one that could save the day, knows all these great spells. So Harry and them come, to the school, the teachers tell him to go save the day. And Harry and them come to help, like to say, hey, this is something you might need to know. We find out he's running away. He lied about everything. He stole other wizards' adventures and then wiped their memory. We then find out, at one point we find out that Myrtle was the first student that was murdered. I think it was here. So she was murdered because she was in the toilet, and then when she came out of the toilet because she heard a boy, she saw the thing, and then she died. So she was murdered by Tom Riddle's snake, or the snake essentially. We then figure out where the thing is. We open it. We dump the guy in there. We're going. The guy gets the upper hand, but grabs Ron's wand. It backfires. We find Jenny. So like I said, when I said the interaction, I love this scene, but I also don't love this scenario, this whole thing. For me, it works and it doesn't work. So it works because I thought it was just a good setup, like a good reveal. Holy shit, it's the kid in the journal. Holy shit, the kid in the journal is Voldemort, which is another weird thing that I don't fully understand. If he's Voldemort and Harry just killed him, is it over? I don't get it. So all that, right? So, and I love that Jenny was being controlled by him, and he was controlling her to do all these crazy things. And then when Jenny wanted to fight back against the journal, she tried to get rid of it, and ultimately this guy's plan was to get Harry down here. So his plan was to get Harry down here, yet he did nothing to really kill Harry, besides the snake. Then we have Harry's about to be, beat up, and then the Phoenix comes out of nowhere. The snake is attacking us. I thought the snake stuff was awesome. The special effects were still hold up to me, and I love all the things that they did with the snake. Right, the Phoenix coming in and ripping out his eyes, convenient as hell. Thought it was pretty solid though. We then get essentially a fight. This thing randomly appears. Okay. I didn't know that this did that, but I thought this was pretty solid as well with the fighting. My only problem was that Tom didn't do jack shit. Like Harry stabs the snake, and then Tom's just there doing nothing, right? And I'm like, buddy, what are you doing? You're losing. Do something, anything, and he doesn't really do anything. And then we find. So this, I don't understand. You guys are gonna have to explain to me in the comments. How is it that he is Voldemort? Like, I don't understand that, right? His name, Tom Mal, whatever the hell his middle name is, appears here. But whatever his name is, spells I am Voldemort. So is he Voldemort? Because he's only been alive. He's been in that book for 50 years, right? According to that thing, right? Because he said right when he did everything, Dumbledore suspected him, and then he put himself in the book, right? So he's Voldemort. Ultimately, Harry figures out, oh wait, you're in the book. You put yourself into the book, and therefore, if I kill the book, I kill you. Thought it was awesome. She wakes up. We save the day. We get rewarded for saving the day. And walks in Lucius. Find out Lucius is, we always I had a feeling he was bad, but now we're like, oh no, it was his idea. This was his plan, right? He wanted to set free Voldemort. He wants to bring chaos into the world. We then, but Dumbledore, he must know. But Dumbledore doesn't say anything. Harry gives him the book, talks about, oh, you forgot something. You slipped it in there. He says, prove it. He knew that him giving him the book, he would give it to Dobby, right? And the whole thing about Dobby is free. And then he tries to fight. This part was also weird. He gets mad at Harry. He tries to hit Harry. Dobby hits him, but he doesn't fight back. I feel like he's very powerful, so why wouldn't he fight back? I'm pretty sure he could beat Dobby. And we come back, we give hugs. There's an awkward moment between Ron and Hermione. Doing, all school tests are all over. Hermione's not happy about it. In walks in Hagrid. Nice little moment of thank you. You saved me. I'd be in Azkaban if it wasn't for you guys. You guys saved my life. And the end. That's the movie. So like I said, solid movie. I think it's a little bit better than the first one, just because the entire bad guy thing in the third act worked better here than it did in the previous movie. So I would say the first one's an 8. This is a higher 8. Not a 9 or anything, but a higher 8. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon for the full reaction, uncut, unedited episodes extra early over there if you want them. If you don't want them, totally cool episodes here whenever they show up. But I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later.